had the blues, but nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting town. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day.
So it is humid as shit out, but that's okay. Hopefully that makes this run a little bit easier. I know that might not make sense to a lot of you, but to me it does. Today, I'm gonna decide honestly midway through it, but I'm either gonna do a 3-mile run or a 5-mile run, but regardless, it's just gonna be a short one today. And here we go, see you when I get back. Run complete. It definitely took me a little bit longer than expected to even get going with this run, but I pushed myself and I was able to do it, and just like every other time I do that, felt great, and that's exactly why I filmed this shit. So just got done a run, a 5-mile run, decided to do 5 miles and whatnot, and on top of it I officially decided that Under Armour My Run app is inaccurate. I don't know how inaccurate, but let's just say I did the GPS to a certain destination, switched it to walking. I just gotta tell you, it was longer than what my run thing did. So I've been thinking about getting a chest heart rate monitor, so that way I can really dial down on my max aerobic heart rate, so that way I can really start focusing on consistently running longer runs, because right now I'm only consistently doing like 6 miles, which, I mean, at the end of the day that's still great, I'm doing it, but like I like to run 10Ks, try to do more. Like my minimum is a 10K, so check it. It is official, Savage Race, here we come. April 9th, Gainsville, we are starting. We're going to try to start at 11. We are in the slot for 10 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. So I'm going to try my best to get the 11 a.m. Here we go, boys. Less than exactly 1 month. Here we go. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Go all in, baby. Alrighty, this one goes out to my fellow entrepreneurs, like-minded business people, people that have humongous aspirations and just giant dreams. This is Faze One ways of breaking the chain. We all have a chain in life that we're trying to snap, whether it be weight loss, weight gain, muscle loss. Trying to break the chain in your family, trying to break the chain in your business, trying to break the chains in your friendships, trying to break the chains in your relationship. So specifically today, I'm going to be speaking about breaking the chain in your family. For my family specifically, trying to break the chain of success. Not saying that my family isn't successful, I'm just saying that I have a even bigger version of success for the fam. That is what I'm going over today, so I hope you guys can learn from these. Alrighty fam, so the time has come. The time has come in your life to finally say it's time to be your own boss. Alright, how are we gonna do it? Do we have the courage? Do we have the leadership? Do we have the mindset? Do we even have an idea for what we're trying to do? Well, that's what I'm about to break down for you in some simple steps. 3 simple steps. I want to ask you a question. How many ideas have you thought of that you didn't act on? Alright, now, how many ideas have come across your mind that you have acted on? What was the difference? And how did it make you feel? Take some time to reflect on those 2 questions after this video. But for now, I'm here to tell you, as entrepreneurs, your job in life is to just go for it. Your job is to not think. Your job is to go for it. Your job is to literally go from here to there, like that. Now, I don't know if this is because I'm a Taurus, and Tauruses usually just, they kind of just know what they want, / when they have an idea or something like that, they just go after it. Entrepreneurs, they just go after shit, alright? They don't necessarily think about it, they go after it because they have an idea, and automatically they just believe in it because they are the ones that have already drilled in their minds, boom, there's a reason that this idea crossed my mind. And if you'd like to know further about that, I've done other videos regarding that, so make sure you go and watch that. Truth be told, guys, when you do have an idea, you really do just need to go for it, alright? And when you do go for it, alright, there are 3 different things that you need to be able to have and maintain consistently. You have to be independent, alright? Being independent is required. The only distractions there are the distractions that you make up in your mind. Another thing, grit. Grit is a huge part of being an entrepreneur. If you don't have grit in whatever you're doing, you're not going to be able to do it, alright? Grit takes in a tremendous amount of courage and bravery, because you are doing nothing but believing in this thing that you're trying to create. Independent, alright, it allows you to be focused when you need to be. It allows you to be relentless when you need to be. It allows you to have the grit. But most of all, guys, it allows you to have the belief. The belief in yourself, the confidence in yourself to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go against the norm. I'm going to go against something that doesn't necessarily exist. The very last part, simply the fact that you have to be consistently relentless. You need to have the motto of go all in. That is the only thing that you should be thinking of every single day, 24/7, no matter what it is that you're doing. Because if you are putting your all in to everything that you're doing, you should be expecting maximum results because you're putting in maximum effort. And this is what this channel is all about, which is optimizing performance. Now it's time for one of my favorite categories on this channel to talk about, and that is leadership. I am a pure believer that any form of success comes in the form of leadership. Leadership has a lot of different looks to it, has a lot of different things. I am here to help you break down 3 very simple aspects of what can make the everyday leader. You are good at looking ahead, alright? It's always good to reflect on things, but at the end of the day, you always want to be looking forward. You want to be just looking 3 steps ahead, 4 steps ahead, 5 steps ahead, whatever the case may be, so that way you are ready for the next thing to come. That way your team is ready. You're not freaking out. Second one is problem solving. Now, I will say, growing up and to this day, probably, I am not good at word problems. Unfortunately, life is full of problems, and it's full of problems that you actually are required to solve, believe it or not. If you don't solve them, then you fail, and the result of life and failing in life is death. And that's not an option on this channel. So what you need to be able to do on top of looking forward, you need to be a good problem solver. You need to be able to solve the easy problems, the hard problems, and the problems that don't even have answers to them. When you are able to solve problems, it makes you feel good, makes your confidence go up, and you learn things about yourself that you might not have known. You're already good at looking ahead. You're a good problem solver, so Now that you can do two things at once, that must mean that you're a good multitasker. And that's the third thing that makes a good leader, or at least makes an everyday person a good leader. Being able to multitask is something that consistent and constant learning and working in progress. It can be super easy at times, and it can be super stressful at times, but that is exactly what multitasking is. It's not meant to be easy, and if it were easy, then every person would do it. You are able to learn ways on multitasking by watching this channel and subscribing to this channel. To wrap it up for the entrepreneurship and leadership segments of this video, really hope you guys enjoy these new segments. It's something that I'm going to start doing, and it's just something that I can really hope to teach you guys, and hopefully you guys can teach me other things too. But entrepreneurship, leadership, those are some things that we'd like to focus on here at Faze One. So thank you, and I hope you really enjoyed these two segments. Much more to come.